Hey guys, Marissa at kitchentablestamper.com. Last week, no, 2 weeks ago, the Friday after Christmas, I did this fun little treat box for you on Facebook Live. It's a window box from the Stampin' Up annual catalog, and it's decorated with stamps from the brand new celebration set. This one is, these stamps are from Amazing You. You can get them for free during celebration with your $50 purchase. So when I showed this box, we put it together. You can see that on my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/kitchentablestamper. And when I made this box, I showed this box. Now this one was just another sample of the window box, and I had seen somebody make this one on YouTube. Well, as I was talking to the girls back and forth on Facebook Live, they asked me if I would do a video for this little snowman guy. And we're still in the winter season, and I'm making a bunch of these for my small group tonight at church. So I thought, you know what, why not grab the video camera and show you what's up. This is not my original idea, but it is certainly cute. Let me show you how I did it. You need quite a bit of Stampin' Up cutting tools to make this box. It would be an excellent purchase to make your $50 so that you can get the Amazing You stamp set for free during celebration. So let me show you the tools and what I cut using those tools. First is the box. The box die is this, and it's from the Window Box Thinlits dies collection. I love this box. It's got the box and then bunches of little negative space dies that you can use to cut windows. This one will cut the top. There's little dots that'll cut out from the sides, birthday candles, and then kind of a heart snowflake pattern. And those cut out spaces where, negative space in the box. And then there's this one, cuts out little slats, so you get almost like a shutter effect on the top of the box. There's an oval tag that's very useful. And then this little scallop top piece that you can use to cut and embellish your box. So really an awesome box set. You can find that in the 2017-18 annual catalog, and there's so much that you can do with this cute little box. All right, so that's the box, and you need 2 of these cut from Whisper white cardstock. And it's gonna take an entire sheet of cardstock to get these 2 pieces. All right, next up is the little carrot nose. I cut that one using the ice cream cone die or the pennant banner, whichever you want to use it for, from Frozen Treats. This is also in the 2017-18 annual catalog from Stampin' Up. So that's Frozen Treats. And I did this die cutting ahead of time so that you wouldn't just have to watch me die cut for a whole video. So this is cut from a scrap of pumpkin pie. All right, next up is the mouth for this little guy here. And I used this fun little trim piece from the Sweet Home Thinlits. And I cut it twice, yielding 5 little pieces of coal for the mouth. And those are in my little pile over here. See them all? They're off kind of the edge of the screen. So that's my little mouth pieces. Then I grabbed the Trim Your Stocking Thinlits dies because I have this. It is retired. Sorry, January 2nd, it was gone. Might show up on the clearance rack one day, I don't know. But I used the holly and the little circle die from this collection to make my holly to embellish my hat. You can always use, if you don't have this and you don't have anything holly, the Holly Builder punch that is in the annual catalog will be perfect for embellishing this guy. All right, so speaking of punches, let's move on to the Stampin' Up punches I used for this guy. His eyes, oh, I should show you my hollies right here. I cut these from Garden Green, and these are the little dots from Real Red. All right, his eyes are 1/2 inch. I just punched out 2 of those from Basic Black. And his hat is a fun combination of this Everyday Label punch that carried over from the holiday catalog, so it's still available, good news. I cut one of those from Basic Black. And I cut a strip of basic black cardstock that is 3 1/4 inches by 1 inch. Now let me get the Simply Score tool, and we're gonna put a score in this to make the brim of the hat. So here's our Simply Scored. We're gonna put it in on the 1 inch side, and we're gonna score it at 1/2 inch. And get our bone folder and work that fold. Let's get this guy back in here so you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to just build the hat while we're at it. So here's our everyday label. And we're going to trim off the little ends here. And then with some fast views, we're gonna make a hat. So I'm gonna take fast views and I'm gonna run some all the way down the right side of this hat brim and all the way down the left side. We want it to be secure and firm because this box is going to get open and closed and we want a nice firm brim. All right, so we've got our label piece and we're going to put it up against the score line and center it from right to left and just burnish it down in that adhesive and then fold up. Now, let's embellish this little hat. I've got some tear and tape. I'm going to wrap it right around the label and then tear it off. I've got some quilted Christmas ribbon. This was from the holiday catalog. You can use anything you like, especially since the quilted Christmas has been retired. So I've pulled the adhesive liner away and I'm going to just tuck that in. I'm going to put this little hat band around the hat, just sticking it into the adhesive. Now if you look at this little guy from the back side, you can see that side. So to just tuck your tails over and tack them down would be okay, but you can see it. And so that's why I went all the way around the hat. So it's a little extra ribbon, but it gives you a finished look on both sides. Now I'm going to trim this at an angle. And I'm going to get a little glue dot here, mini glue dot, and I'm going to add it right underneath that edge and secure it down. Oh, what a cutie. All right, now since we're on the hat, let's keep going. And I'm going to get my stylus from the Simply Scored. I'm going to take these little holly bits that I cut and just freehand a line from end to end, which will make it a little bit easier when you pick this guy up and fold against your thumb to make that little detail, give that holly some shape. All right. Now, these little guys, we're going to take more mini glue dots for the holly. And we're going to adhere the leaves to the hat band. Nice and easy, really cute. Uh-oh, I think I left my glue dot on the roll. Ha, gotcha this time, buddy. All right. Then the little berries, I love these guys. We're gonna do 3 little dots of multi-purpose liquid glue right on the hat. And we'll pop these little red berries on there. Okay, so there's our finished hat. Let's set it aside and let that glue dry for a minute. We'll work on our little box here. Okay, so I've got 2 pieces of the box from the window box die cut from Whisper White cardstock. And we're going to put some tear and tape on the tabs. Now, you'll see that they're almost exactly the same. What I did was I cut this first one and it's an entire shape. It's got the little tabs on the sides. Cut a second box entirely and then trimmed off the tabs. So the first thing you want to do is take your tear and tape and run it along the two side tabs. Now the tear and tape is a little bit wider than the tab, so how I work with that is I just tear off and then lift. And the adhesive that hangs off the edge, I just fold it right back over on itself. It works just fine, nice strong bond. Now you'll see I have one lid up and one lid down, and that's how I'm going to join these two boxes, or these two box halves, I should say. And there we go. Now I'm going to flip, peel, and stick this other side flap. Now you see we'll fold it so that there are two panels down and two panels, and then just bring the sides together. Here's our box. Now if you want to, you could put the face on here and store this flat, and you'll have them on hand ready to fill with some goodies when you need them. All right, so the front or the top of our box is going to be our snowman's face, and we're going to leave that with no adhesive on the tabs so that you can fill. But the bottom of the box, we need to add adhesive on 5 tabs. So I'm going to add the adhesive, show you where, and then I'll peel all the sticky or the release tape and cut back in. So we've got 2 tabs here that go up from the body of the box, and then we have 3 tabs that come down from the lid. And each one of those tabs gets a full strip of tear and tape. Especially when you see what I'm going to put inside the box. It's going to get a little bit of weight inside the box, so we're going to make sure that we secure each of these tabs with some tear and tape. All right, so there's our 3rd tab, and now I'm just going to remove all these little dudes right here, and then I'll cut back in and show you how to put it together. Okay, so each of these tabs is now sticky. And how I like to build this box is like this. I bring down the first tab and tuck it along the edge. And then the second one, lining it up and adhering along the edge of the lid. Now you've got 2 top tabs and 1 bottom, 1 left. So at this point I like to tuck these 2 tabs into the box. You see that? Kind of give it a squeeze and tuck this one down. Then I bring them together and just one at a time make sure that they line up along the edge in each side. Okay, so we've got our little octagon box bottom. Now, like I said, I'm going to put a treat in here that has a little bit of weight. So I'm going to take each of the tabs and I'm going to use my bone folder and burnish them down. So if it goes to the bottom of the box, stand it up. If it goes to the side of the box, tip it on its side and go all the way around each side. All right, I think that's pretty good. Now, not to keep you waiting any longer, I gotta show you what I'm putting in this box. All right, so I said I'm taking them to the small group tonight, and we're in a couples small group. And I'm gonna fill the girls' boxes with all kinds of fun winter treats and peppermint bells and some Christmas nuggets and I don't know, maybe some Reese's peanut butter cups. But all the men are going to get coal. I think it's hysterical. They're really chocolate. Don't get in an uproar. I'm not giving the men coal. They're these Palmer Double Crisp coal treats, and they're in a little mesh bag, and they actually look like little faceted pieces of coal. It's hysterical. Anyways, I found them at Walgreens, and because of the holiday sales, they're half off right now, and they fit perfect. See that? All right, so we'll close this up. This box can hold quite a bit of treats. Now, you know what, before we close it, just for so I don't get confused, I'm going to run a strip of tear and tape right across the hinge edge right here. You see that? It's white on white. I hope you can see. But that's so that I remember which side is up that's the top where the hat goes once I get the box all closed, because it's easy to twist it around, tuck it in these tabs, and then forget which end is up. Okay, so I'm satisfied with that. Let's peel the adhesive. And that adorable little hat that we made, let's put that in there. You know what? Maybe I will tip the boys' hats one way and the girls' hats the other way. That'll be a good secret indicator of what's inside, of whether it's for the guys or the girls. All right, so I'll keep crushing in one side of my box there. All right. Last little details. We need to add his eyes and mouth and nose. Got multi-purpose liquid glue for that. And I'm going to take this little 1/2-inch circle and scribble some multi-purpose liquid glue on the back. I like to kind of give each one his own little personality. So sometimes I'll set the eyes a little wider, sometimes a little closer, turn the nose up or put it straight out. I like to give them different facial expressions. And for his mouth, I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little dots of glue. And I like to take my paper piercer and just touch the glue. You saw me do it earlier. And then pick up the little bits with it. And just bring them to the box that way. There it is. That's the little box made with the Stampin' Up! Window Box die set. If you've got any questions about this project, if there's anything I can do for you, any questions about celebration, email me, Marisa@kitchentablestamper.com. Thanks for watching.